What's up? What's up? What's up to all of our adoring fans out there? As always, I am Desmond Mosby, and as always, I bring my brothers along with me. Fellas, say hi to the people.
What's up?
What's
What's up?
happening?
What's going on?
Yo, I must say, I am perplexed by a Chinese air balloon that was shot down near Myrtle Beach. Fellas, have y'all been see it? Did y'all see this on the news?
We did. We did.
What?
It's pretty interesting, but just more so for me, the matter that it has happened 3 times prior to our current president is kind of interesting. And that's not being talked about that much, though.
So 3 times prior.
Supposedly,
What were those times? Do you know what president those times were doing?
our last president.
Oh, really?
Correct.
Oh, interesting.
That's what's being reported.
Well, and I guess obviously the rumor mill is going to be out there. So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, to me, I was sharing with you all before that it was interesting to me because it literally was the fact that to me it looked like the creature from Nope when they shot it down, like the movie Nope. When they go and she takes the picture and they do whatever they do to the creature in the movie Nope, and it flashes up and then it explodes or whatever it does. That's what the balloon looked like to me. So I'm perplexed. Again, that's all I can say really about this situation. But what I will say that I'm excited about is LeBron James is 36 points away from basically going above Kareem as the number one scorer in NBA history. Fellas, what y'all think about this news? 36 points.
I feel like once he hits it, it's going to then open up the long-winded debate: is he the greatest player in the NBA history?
I still disagree.
Oh, Jamal's always going to disagree. As the Jordan fan, he's always going to disagree. I mean, I'm never going to argue, I guess, that he is the greatest of all time. But I will certainly argue that he is in the conversation of being one of the greats, right? Like, I think the argument could be made about several people being great for whatever it was that they did in basketball. But I mean, we were fortunate enough. We're not fortunate enough to see him now as he goes and takes the top spot. But we were actually fortunate enough to see him play in Washington last year when he became number 2 on the list, and that was like a dope moment for me. I don't know if y'all all feel the same, but we were a witness to history that night. Seeing him go and make the number 2 spot. So this is going to be big. They play again when? They played last night. Anybody know?
I think it was Tuesday. I think.
Yeah.
So does it get it Tuesday?
How many does he have to get?
36.
Oh, that's doable. Big time.
It's doable. I mean, he's had a couple of 40-point games here. I only think he had like 28 or something.
I think they're going to just give him the ball, man. They're just going to give him the ball to.
It'll be like Kobe's last game where they just gave him the ball. He had what? I think 80?
81?
Yeah, they just kept giving him the ball.
Yeah, they just kept giving him the ball.
Just keep feeding him the ball. This is I mean, this is very exciting. For me as a basketball fan and as a Lakers fan. I'm not gonna say that I'm the biggest LeBron fan, but as a Lakers fan and a basketball fan, I am excited about what's about to take place here. The Grammys are tonight. Anybody watching the Grammys?
I'll check it out.
I'm gonna check it out for this hip hop compilation thing of 40 years of hip hop or whatever it is that they're doing tonight. I'm gonna check it out just for that reason. I think they're gonna have Queen Latifah perform, maybe Missy Elliott. There's some big names that are performing at this, and that's really the only reason I'm gonna watch it. After that goes off, I'm turning it off because I have not been a witness to the Grammys for years. So we'll see. I will let y'all know if I enjoyed it next time we meet.
I might hit the DVR. That's about it on me.
But that just goes to show that you eventually gonna check it out.
Eventually,
I didn't even know it was on.
I'll be honest. I didn't even know Fernando it was coming on either.
Well, the only reason I knew it was coming on is because Jay-Z normally does that Rock Nation brunch like the day before. I think it is like they do that every year. They've done it every year the day before the Grammys, and obviously Facebook on my end flooded with pictures from this Rock Nation brunch. And so I was looking at, okay, normally they have the Grammys afterwards, and then it popped up, oh, the Grammys are tomorrow. Oh, and so I was looking at, okay, well, what's the reason for me to get excited about this? And they said that number one, Jay-Z was performing, which he hasn't done in years. As a matter of fact, I mean, it's hard to get him, I guess, to do anything nowadays, but he's performing at the Grammys, this song that they had made popular last year. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm also excited about this 40 years of hip hop or whatever it's called. They're doing some kind of big thing.
Sorry, not to cut you off about Jay-Z not performing. He's probably traumatized from when Lil Mama came on the stage.
You're probably right there. You're probably right there. Look, I
wakes up in a cold sweat.
Get her off stage. Lil Mama. Yes. I remember that incident too. Like it was yesterday, and just thinking to myself, will somebody push her off the stage? Like she
right.
But the thing about it, look, Beyonce tried to get her. She tried to grab her before she went on the stage. She couldn't.
And she still ran up there. Let's hope that don't happen tonight. Let's hope.
Oh, I'm dead for real.
Speaking of Beyonce,
speaking of
invitation.
Speaking of Beyonce, she's going back on tour, right? Award.
Beyonce taking everybody's money, Jamal.
Beyonce is going back on tour, and the tickets are expensive as I don't know what. I don't.
She's taking expensive. Speaking of expensive, I'm not trying to change the subject, but I heard on the radio station that the cheapest Super Bowl ticket is $3,000. The cheapest. Then that's in the nosebleed, and the most expensive is what did they say? Is $64,000.
That's like the Beyonce tickets. They were saying the Beyonce tickets was nosebleed tickets, and they were still
$1,200.
Yeah. So I mean,
it ain't that important unless.
I look.
Hey, if you can go. I guess.
Yeah, if you can go and do your thing.
That's true. If you got the money, go for it. If you got
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Beyonce fan, but she's a performer. I'd go see her if I had the money.
I would.
At least Nando,
because you can get your money's worth. She gonna get your money's worth with Beyonce.
I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna bring my binoculars with me and be good to go.
She gonna sing. She gonna dance. She gonna have 67 costume changes.
We'll give her that. It's gonna be a show.
She gonna put on a performance. It seems like there's nothing like, I guess, a Beyonce performance. She's gonna put on the show, and you can.
There's all kinds of musicians that I don't listen to that I would pay just to see them if I had the money.
Because the show is
Bruno Mars.
The show is gonna be good.
I'll see Bruno Mars if I had the money.
Like I'm not a. Go ahead.
Oh no! You go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of stuff from like Elton John. Like, I'm not a big Elton John fan, but I'd pay to see him.
But the show is gonna be good,
right?
The show is gonna be just phenomenal. Like, you're going to get your money's worth. It's no question. It's no question. You're gonna feel a series of emotions with these certain artists, right? Like, it's gonna be just it's not gonna be just enjoy. You're gonna happy, sad. There's gonna be some laughter there. There's gonna be the whole spectrum of emotions that you're gonna go through these performances.
I'll be honest with you. If he was still living, I would have gone to see Queen.
See who?
Queen. Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah. Queen is one of my favorite musicians of all time. So I definitely would have.
And another phenomenal performance.
Yeah.
Now
the way he can command a crowd was crazy.
Oh, dude, that was crazy. You saw what he saw at Farm Aid, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody that I'm not gonna pay for, because either he's gonna sing or he's gonna dance, but he's probably not gonna do both. And hate me all you want, Chris Brown. I said it.
I wouldn't go see him.
Hate me all you want. I recognize that I'm probably not going to get my money's worth, and I'm going to be sitting on the front row or in the nosebleeds, and I'm going to say to myself, I ain't coming to no dancing show. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, I ain't gonna be in. I'm not gonna be in the audience.
Word up.
All right.
I ain't gonna be in the audience with
Hey, pay
16
all my
and
money
below
to
kids in there
moonwalk.
either.
Okay, hold
I
on.
could have paid money to see Michael moonwalk and
Wait.
sing at the same time.
Wait. I respect your opinion, my brother, but I saw him in person. He was doing both. That's all I can say.
Not
He was
well.
doing both. Yeah.
So, what was the average age, Blake, of everybody in that
Well.
audience?
It was a mixed crowd, young and old.
And I got to deal with, and I got to not only that, not only do I have to see him just dancing on stage, and I got to deal with probably some knucklehead who if I step on his kicks, he gonna want to fight me. I ain't got time for all
Somebody
that.
threw up on me at the concert.
Exactly. I'm 37 years old. I'm 37 years old. I ain't got time for all that mess.
Yes.
To pay all this money to go see you and you on stage doing this motion and all that. I ain't got time for that.
He was flipping and doing all that. Like,
I ain't got time. I didn't come to see
know.
you flip.
This is
I watched
you, Blake.
I watched Gabby to flip. That's what I watched Gabby for. Gabby gets paid to flip.
Who threw up on you? That's what I want to know, Blake.
Who threw up on you?
My long story short, I didn't notice it. The person that I brought to the concert noticed it on the back of my T-shirt.
That's gross. That's
gross. Wait. So it had dried up on you?
That's
no,
gross.
it wasn't. It wasn't.
Gross.
It had just happened.
That's so nasty.
It wasn't a lot, but I was like, yeah.
No, she'd be
Like, for real, y'all. Like, come on.
But here, Blake, this Blake right here. That's throw up. But that's Chris Brown right there. Flip, brother, flip. Moving on. Is there any other news that I maybe missed?
One other thing.
Go ahead.
Lil Wayne is going on tour. I haven't seen Lil Wayne in concert since probably I think it was 2007, 2008. I'm very curious as a fan what he's going to perform. It needs to be 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10 Wayne, not the most recent years. That's just for me as a fan. Nando shaking his head, but I don't know why.
No, I agree with you.
I agree with you.
I was just saying I don't know that's gonna happen.
And that's where I'm kind of like,
he's gonna pull some of them out, but it's probably gonna be like a medley of those songs, like where it's like and then
and one last thing,
I hit my new stuff.
He don't even probably remember recording half of those songs because he said that out of his mouth. Like the lyrics, he's not going. I don't know. I'm curious what he's going to perform.
That's probably another.
My mom one time went and saw Bobby Womack, and he refused to sing "If You Think You're Lonely Now." Like he said it, he wasn't singing. That'd be like,
wow.
I don't know, man.
I'm sorry. I would have asked my money back. That's the main reason.
What was
the reason?
That concert
he's
going.
Tired of singing it.
That's the main reason you sing it.
Right.
Well, just sing it first and get it over with.
Like no. Pass us the mic.
we know the words.
We know the words. Come on. Just tell them.
Mad at that. I would have been really mad at that part.
Man, play the melody. We got it.
Here, let me
Jamon, once they sing and get it over with, then you can leave and beat traffic, right?
That's a long story, boy. That's a long story, Fish.
That is a long story. Interesting.
That's for another day.
But I think you mentioned to us, Blake, that the Lil Wayne tickets is already sold out, right?
Yeah, I've been trying to win them on the radio, bro.
So we got Beyonce that's got these expensive tickets. Which
I don't know how much Wayne is.
Where's he at, Blake?
Sold out. He would be he's coming to Silver Spring, Maryland, and then I got to the point he got a show in April in Minneapolis. I can go crash there with my homie and go, try
Beyonce
to go.
coming to Landover, isn't she? Beyonce coming to Landover, right?
Don't know.
I thought it was DC, but somebody said I messed up and it was Landover.
I'm not sure where she going.
I think both of them might also be coming, or at least one of them is coming to Charlotte.
I know Beyonce is.
Lil
I knew
Wayne's
that.
gonna be in Charlotte.
So
Oh, he's playing at the Fillmore and the Ritz. He's playing there twice, or I mean 2 nights, Thursday and Friday.
to your point, though, it would be interesting to see him if he starts stumbling over some words.
If anything, it'll be the track in the background to save him.
Oh yeah, with the words playing, yeah.
You know, that's
yeah,
how the artists do now.
yeah.
He messed up the word yes.
Or he realized that the F in Wheezy F Baby doesn't stand for phenomenal. I'm sorry.
It does. It does not.
I'm sorry.
Charlotte tickets are $315 a piece.
For nosebleed,
So I don't know if y'all have ever been to the Ritz or the Fillmore. They're much smaller venues. I'm surprised he's playing it. Like, honestly, I don't think it's a bad price. Like, you can get up real close to at the Fillmore and the Ritz. Both of them are like smaller venues, like the size of Cattle Annie's or Phase 2, maybe even smaller.
So that would be $350 for that. Would be.
Does that also include like the fees with it too?
No, that's just the ticket
Oh.
price.
Gosh, some of these fees are like ridiculous now and trying to get them.
Yeah.
Blake, we
Yeah.
might have to look at Charlotte.
Yeah, because this will be your chance to see him in a much smaller venue. Like, I've seen a couple shows at both these places, and I'm surprised that he's playing at places this small.
Well, always they say that's the way that they make money now, right? Like,
Yeah.
touring is your way to make money. So,
I don't know what Beyonce needs to tour though. Didn't you just make 40 million, 25 million at
off
one
the
time?
one show. That one
I wouldn't be
What
going
is it,
nowhere.
July or
Not
wherever?
performing nothing.
I think we talked about that too.
We did.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing nothing. I'll wake up the next morning like, sure. I might have retired after the concert. Going to what studio? I ain't singing no more.
Look,
talking
and
about?
our husband is Jay-Z.
My husband Jay-Z. What you talking about? I ain't gonna sing no more. Shoot, I ain't gotta sing no more. I got hot sauce in my bag. What y'all talking about? But moving on, is there anything else we need to discuss as far as news related, newsworthy?
Super Bowl predictions.
Super Bowl predictions. I'm rooting for Kansas City simply because, like I told y'all, all those Philadelphia fans just came out of the woodworks. Like people that I've known all my life did not know you were a Philadelphia fan. So I'm rooting for Kansas City. I guess we'll see.
I'm going for Kansas City too.
Kansas City.
Now, are y'all going for Kansas City, or is that who you really believe is going to win?
I think it's gonna be close, honestly.
I think Philly's gonna stomp the shit out of him. I'll be honest.
Yeah, part of me feels like Philly's going to win, but I want Kansas City to.
The way they played towards the end of the year, and I mean, I guess the game against us, like they just look unbeatable.
Yeah.
How many will they? They'll have 2 if they win, right? 2 rings.
Yeah, 2 in the last like 5 years, I think.
That's
They won their first one not long ago against Patriots.
Yep.
That's Jamon's concern. Dang, how many they got against the Cowboys at this point?
It really don't matter to me as long as they don't keep using that excuse of how many rings y'all got.
Listen, we didn't mention the biggest news that came out of the NFL. Tom Brady announcing his retirement again.
Who?
Yeah, that guy.
He'll be back under a different name like Don Shady.
No, it'd be Tom B. Middle initial Rady.
Right, with a mustache or something.
with a different team. They asked him. They said his agent talked to him about exploring opportunities at other teams. I guess the Raiders was one. Going back to the Patriots was another, and he said no, never.
Well, I saw that he got it could have been wrong, but I thought he got a contract from Fox Sports
Yep.
for like a lot of money.
Yeah, more,
A ridiculous amount of money.
more than he made playing football.
Facts.
And people think he's gonna suck at being a commentator.
I mean,
I would suck for that amount of money. No,
I mean, I would too.
You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
too.
I'd rather just do the show, but
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'd probably get up there and be like, y'all see these X's and O's on the screen? That's
Look, I go up there and say nothing, and still
nothing out my mouth will come out legitimate. Y'all see these X's and O's? I'd be in my chairs. Y'all see me spinning. Woo!
I thought Romo was going to be terrible. He did pretty good, so
This is
Brady
true.
was probably one of
almost saying the N word.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I saw that video. It is. Anyway, yeah, Brady. I mean, I'm happy that he's gone. Just to lose your wife over not winning a Super Bowl is just terrible. But that's neither here nor there. We'll move into today's topic. Our brother Fish, who you are not able to see today, but he is here and present with us, and we love him and we thank him for being here with us today. He's got our question for the day on our episode, which we have actually titled Gamers Gonna Game. So, Fish, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, guys, this is kind of a spin-off off of last episode that we did. Looking for the your top 3 games that you played at all time, and kind of why you choose them. A lot of games now, I guess, have gone into the open world format. Whether you like that or not. I know I play a lot of Zelda, so the Breath of the Wild, when I first played that, was exciting for me because it was Zelda in an open world. So that's kind of what the question is your top 3 games of all time, and just kind of how you've enjoyed them and what you've learned from them too. So who wants to start? Actually, I'll go with Jaman.
All right.
What was it, Fernando?
No, go for it.
Oh,
Well, you asked me.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get my embarrassment out the way already. To be honest with you.
Nobody gonna laugh, Jamal.
But these are ones. People out there, I want y'all to look at everybody's face and see the little that kind of scowl. When I say these. Okay.
Listen. Everybody, don't look at my face. Please don't look at my face.
I just want to see everybody's face here when I say my 3 because they're kind of old. Well, one you might remember, but I would say my number 3 is going to be Altered Beast.
Oh, I played that.
What's Sega game?
What's
that? Sega? Huh?
You had that on the Atari?
I think it was
Sega.
It was Sega.
Yeah.
In the arcade and it's on Sega.
You get that thing and I kind of matched that with like Altered Beast and Golden Axe in the same.
Yeah,
thing.
they're kind of. Golden Axe was the shit, man.
Yeah, I like Golden Axe. I love Golden Axe, and I like being the little troll dude.
Yeah.
Or the dude with the big sword. Either one of those, I was good with.
I actually played both of those games. I think I had it on like a Sega had a 6-pack that I think came with the Sega Genesis when you initially bought it, and I think both Altered Beast and Golden Axe were on that 6-pack.
You remember? Couldn't you ride like a dinosaur or something on Golden Axe?
Yep.
I just like it because when you try to fight him, you hit him on the head 3 times with that mallet and then kick
him. And then boot him.
Right, that'd be it. That'd be your.
Gave him the 300 boot.
Right, and then you hit that one button and go like that, and then the lightning comes down and you kill everybody around you. But you only have 3 of them. You had to
That
use
was
them
nothing. Yeah, I played those.
My number 2, and this
So you
one,
had a Genesis? You had a Sega Genesis?
I had a Sega Genesis. Golly, I had a Sega Genesis, Atari 5200, Atari 2600, the old school PS1, I guess, the PS1, the PS3. Remember the joint Neo Geo? Remember that?
Yeah.
I had that joint. I had the Neo Geo joint, and
PS3 was probably the most terrible system of all time.
I did not want it in television. I did not want it in television. Was too confusing for me with the little keypad controls. I didn't want that. I didn't like it. But moving on, number 2 is here we go, Mr. Dew's Castle. Anybody?
Never heard of that.
Anybody?
That a book?
Oh shit! Here we go. No, I'm gonna move on real quick past that.
Hey, Nando, or Nickelodeon cartoon.
Right.
No, it was a dude. It's this little dragon-looking dude, right? And what you do, you shoot him, right? It's called Bubble Bobble too, right? But you do it and you fire the bubbles and try to catch these other people, and then you just jump on them and kill them. It's a real kiddie game. It was like a kiddie game, but I enjoyed it. So.
Oh, I know Bubble Bobble.
Remember that though?
I never played it. I never played it, but I heard.
Well, Mr. Dew's Castle is the same thing. You just get a mallet though instead of a bubble, you know. And my number 1, I don't know if you guys have heard of Gyrus.
Yeah.
You fly through the solar system in the ship. That was on my 5200. So I feel that's one of my all-time favorites is Gyrus. All-time favorites. And as I said, mine is more old school than Zelda and the newer games. But an honorable mention is the y'all gonna have to help me. What is the name of the 007 game y'all can play with all 4 players?
GoldenEye.
Yeah. And I like that. I like playing that with 4 people and being able to snipe on top of the roof and nobody know where you at. And
you were one of those, huh?
Sniper.
I just remember wanting to fight my friends when they would pull out that golden gun, like real life fight for real.
Because there's one kill and that's it.
Right.
Pop.
But see, I would hide around the corner, right? I would hide around the corner, and they would always try to hide in my corner, and they would run to my corner that I'd be in. I'd just be standing there like this. As soon as they come around the corner, bam.
Fish. I used to hate playing games with Jamal because Jamal would we would play like basketball games and stuff, and Jamal would turn off the what? Why are you saying timeout?
Oh, wait. Keep going with your story. And I got a rebuttal to that story. Keep going, Desmond.
Jamal would turn off the settings on there'd be no traveling, goaltender would be turned off, out of bounds would be turned off. So I
was this like NBA Jamal. Jam?
Huh?
This like NBA Jam?
That's what he playing. That's what it seems.
Oh, that's right. I would just be playing street ball by the time.
Playing street ball, going back and forth, no backcourt violations, none of that. Dewana turned everything off.
I forgot, but me and Desmond would play WWE Superstars, right? And it'd be 4 people battling, right? And me and these other 3, I'd be like, where's Desmond? And I look, and Desmond is on outside of the ring just looking at us like this, right? And as soon as everybody else's life is like this much, Desmond would get on the ring and do some kind of super kick and get the pin.
That's what they do in wrestling.
Everybody be like, where's Desmond at? And Desmond would sometimes be all the way up on the ramp just watching everybody, right? And you had to go get him and bring him in the ring so he would fight you.
I'm gonna show y'all what happened. This is where I would be. Y'all ain't see me, did you?
Right, and you be looking for him, and then all of a sudden,
I'll be on the outside of the ring, crouched in the corner somewhere, waiting for somebody to mess up, and as soon as they did, I come in, do my finisher, throw the other person out the ring, and do the pin. That's wrestling.
He was the original John Cena.
Exactly.
You can't see me.
Look, Desmond have all his health and
My
everything.
full bar health. I ain't coming in here getting tired because of y'all. Shoot.
It might
But
be bugs
I
on
will
some of
say,
you
Jamal,
bugs.
Jamal, one of my favorite games to play with you was NASCAR.
Yes.
The Daytona joint where all four of us could play. I think it was on the PlayStation 2. But what was so fun about that game is like when somebody we would all be four people playing that game, and when somebody felt like they was losing, they would go backwards around the track and try to
ram you.
That's right.
That's
But
big.
Fish.
Yo,
My favorite game to play with Fish is Mario Kart in the actual arcade with the steering wheel.
oh yeah,
That's my favorite game to play with Fish.
Mm.
And it's the one where all four people can play.
yeah.
Y'all know
No,
that, right?
Once again,
It's
Nah,
in,
go
it's
ahead.
like it's like in what is it, Dave and Buster's, right?
Yeah, I've
Dave and
seen it.
Buster's. Yep.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen pictures of videos of it, but I've never seen it in person.
Oh my gosh. I'm talking about you little kids got mad like this behind us because we would not get out. Me and Fish would play like what? How many games in a row? Like 6 or 7 in a row.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we would just empty the
The
card.
little card we had.
that
We
we
just
had,
emptied
yeah.
the card out. Look, get no tokens or nothing. Get no
Kids up there.
tickets or nothing. We just emptied the card out.
Kids up there, that's the only reason they didn't came to freaking Dave
Yeah.
and Buster's. And young.
We had a line behind us like this.
2 hours going by. Now they mama didn't
And
came.
look, Blake,
Little
every
Billy,
time
we
we
gotta
play,
go. But mom,
look, Blake, every time we saw another game, we hear this behind us.
Blake, Billy alive. Billy, but I'm next, mom.
And me and Fish be like,
and
yes.
look, y'all over there like,
That's exactly what we did, Blake. One more time.
Jamal got 172 points on their card.
Wait, Jamal,
Look,
what was the other one too? The one where you hit the button too and the duck.
Oh,
boxes?
the Crossy Road.
Yeah, that was the other one too.
You gotta get the little duck to go all across the road, right? And if you get to the highest point, you get like some crazy amount of tickets, like 500 tickets, right? And me and Fish would always get this close, right? And we turn around and be like 8 or 9 kids behind us, like this. Come on, bro. Come on, y'all. Come on now. We'd be like, one more time, just one more. We promise we'll let you guys on one more time.
Literally, Jamal taking candy from a baby.
I sure was.
here,
He
I
that
was.
dude. He that.
That was
dude.
mine though, y'all.
Let me
I'll
get that.
go. I'll go next because you mentioned GoldenEye, and that's probably my number 3 game. And I'm like you too, except I used remote mines because I wanted to blow people up. I either did that or I was a little short guy, odd job, and I would kneel down and walk around, and I would just like hit people there so nobody could see me when we were playing slappers. So
Yeah, we
You know,
had
I
a
was
house
brutal.
rule. We banned Odd Job because it was cheap as hell.
yeah.
Nobody could be Odd Job. We had a house rule.
Well, for that, can you imagine like if you're odd job and who was the tall guy, Jaws?
Yeah.
What a disadvantage that was. But I also like GoldenEye not only just for like that, just playing with friends and kind of like team building, but I really like the storyline too, and doing the objectives, and I found a lot of joy in that as well. Some of those levels gave me like grief and aggravation. I remember I hated to train a lot, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be my number 3. Number 2, Mortal Kombat, and specifically Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It was a Nintendo 64 game. And
Who was your go-to character?
Noob Saibot.
Got you.
Mine's Raiden.
You always choose Raiden.
I was a mix between Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
yeah,
some reason.
Sub-Zero for sure.
Yeah. It
I
seemed
was,
like
the
everybody
guy with
thought
the hat.
Wait, Kung Lao?
Who was old
Yeah.
boy with 2 arms, 3 arms? Who was that?
That was Goro, wasn't it?
Goro, right?
Yeah, you talking
The
about Goro?
ponytail.
Yeah,
Or
Goro.
Shiva.
Goro
Shiva
was big
too.
as crap, but he couldn't move a lot.
Shiba was a girl.
Yeah, Shiva was the girl.
Noob Talbot.
He was the one. Yeah, he was the one where you went up, down, or down, up, and he would jump off screen and then come from the bottom of the screen, and he would take you and hit you, and you could kind of do a combo move where he throws you kind of on the ground, and then you can uppercut.
Did you do fatalities, Fish?
And that's the other part of the game that I loved was all the fatalities, brutalities, animalities, everything.
Babalities.
I forgot
Yeah.
about
How many combos do you remember now?
So there's up, there's down, up, I think A, and that he had like this, he had another character come and he would throw the character, if you didn't block, would throw you into Noob Saibot. He had a kind of a combo to where he would spell out like some sort of a grayish sort of a ball that like whatever you did would be it's kind of like invisible, so where like if you were to try to punch him, none of the hits would affect you, but the damage would then go to him. So I liked him. I also liked Cyrax, who was a guy with a net.
Ooh. Tough.
So, but no, yeah. Mortal
Liu Kang with the wheel kick.
Yeah. So that's number 2, and then I would say my number 1 game, and I'm sure this is probably on some list too, Ocarina of Time.
who?
Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Zelda, baby.
Oh,
Zelda. So
Song of Storms.
Yeah.
Song.
Yup.
You know what always annoyed me about that game is that little fairy thing that would always say something.
Hey!
Oh,
Navi. You couldn't skip any of that dialogue.
Hey!
Like you couldn't skip any
Wake
of it.
up!
Like
He getting annoyed now because I'm doing. Hey! That's what she would say. Like, hey!
I remember that it says "hey," but I didn't want to say it because it annoys me so damn much.
Hey!
That's like that dude on Mortal Kombat. That
She did that joint.
Oh.
She would be like, "Hey, wake up!"
Like, oh, here we go again. Shit.
She's flying all around you. Oh man, a dope game. Dope game.
And then I'll ask another question, but like now Zelda's more open world, so and that's a question I'll ask later on is, do you guys prefer the linear or the open world games? But those are my 3 right now. So
I have a follow-up question to that.
Yeah.
How do you feel like GoldenEye would be today if they put it back out? How do y'all feel about it?
Man.
it would have a hard time beating like the shooting games today though.
Yeah, it's got some tough competition. Not only just Call of Duty, but Halo.
Minecraft. Even.
I mean,
Fortnite. Yeah.
I think for nostalgia purposes, like people our age would probably get into it.
Yeah.
For that, this is if they made it any similar to GoldenEye was.
I just like how simple GoldenEye was. I mean, just.
But I think maybe the younger population would be like, I'm gonna stick with my COD.
Look behind you.
Yeah.
Light, look behind you.
So.
Don't worry,
that's a good question, though. I mean, I can't even tell you the number of times where like I just went with 3-4 people and like we spent all night playing that. So, but yeah, no, games have changed now.
Yeah.
Everything's VR almost now. Things are going to VR now too.
Yeah.
Who's next? Anyone want to go?
I'll go ahead and go, I guess. Let's see. On my list, I got Crash Bandicoot, all of
Ooh.
every single one. Twisted Metal,
Oh,
every single one of those, and GTA.
I don't think I ever played Twisted Metal 3.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
had to be Ice Cream Truck.
But 2 was my joint.
I had to be the Ice Cream Truck. That was my go-to Ice Cream Truck.
My favorite character was the one that
with the arms and the wheels.
That was my boy Axel, I believe his name.
Either that or the tractor trailer joint.
Or Spectre, the little white Corvette looking jump.
The white, yes.
Yeah, with the missiles. Yep. That was the one right there. So
man, I love Twisted Metal, man. I love that game.
Twisted Metal. I love all 3 of those series. Twisted Metal, Crash Bandicoot, and GTA.
I never played Crash Bandicoot.
I love Crash. Like it's frustrated the hell out of me at times, but it was always so fun to play. So you just be sitting there doing the same mission 15 times, trying to, get to the next one.
Toe Jam and Earl.
That was a game that my wife said that she enjoyed. So like my wife was like, growing up, her 2 favorite games were like Crash Bandicoot. If she was to play anything now today, it would be Crash Bandicoot or Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
What was your number one?
Well, it's really not in any order specifically. I just said Crash Bandicoot, GTA, and what was the other one I said? I forgot already.
Twisted Metal.
Which GTA did you like? San Andreas or?
My favorite was Vice City.
Ugh.
I like that one the most.
Oh.
And San Andreas in close second with Franklin. And,
San Andreas was my go-to.
I like Trevor. Nobody liked Trevor, but I like him.
San Andreas is it.
Yeah. Let me see. I like Crash Bandicoot the most. Like I say, the missions were fun. I like the open world in GTA. And like I said, I like all the Twisted Metals. Honorable mentions are The Sims and Tekken Tag Tournament.
Oh.
But I do not like anybody that played with Eddie Pumps. And that's on.
Nando did.
As soon as you said Tekken Tag, I said, "Oh yeah, Eddie Guerrero."
Eddie trash. Eddie is trash. And people be sitting but pressing buttons, thinking they doing something. And he dancing, and
doing all those flips and stuff.
I don't even know what you doing. But
that's all right. I won't hold it against you.
So you play with Eddie, Fernando?
So my go-to was King.
Okay, the wrestler.
Yeah. But Eddie was when I wanted to have fun. So King is when I was being serious, and then Eddie when I just wanted to play around and frustrate people.
Combo was Brian and Yoshimitsu. I try to stand somebody in a minute with Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
King is the one with the mask, right?
Huh?
King is the one with the mask, right?
Yeah. The tiger.
The tiger mask. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Yoshimitsu have the end of one of his combos? He stabs himself to stab his.
Yeah.
Right?
Yoshimitsu was cold. That was my boy for real.
Yeah, he was pretty sick. I like Law too. I thought Law was cool.
Oh yeah.
I like Law, but I didn't like what I guess it's pronounced Warang, the one that kicked. Yeah. Because people would just press buttons with him too. You didn't even know what you were doing with him for real.
Y'all need to have a Tekken episode.
I could talk about Tekken all day. I love that jump.
I got so good.
I'm sorry.
I got so good at the first Tekken, right? And people would come and play at the arcade that I played at, and like, this is gonna sound. I was such a jerk. I was like 18, right? And I would like talk to them, not even look at the screen, and just like play and like just beat people because I knew King so well. Like I knew exactly what to do. All I had to do was look at the screen for a second and then go back to talking to him. Like the music, the sound effects, I knew what was happening just off of that.
Oh, they were mad at you then.
Yeah. I stopped playing because nobody wanted to play anymore. They were like, "Nah, we're not playing against you anymore."
We need to have a online tournament between Blake and Nando.
That's how I feel about
trash
playing
now
with Eddie. That's how I feel like Eddie played. Nah, y'all don't know what you're doing.
Who's next?
All right, I'll go next. So my number 3 game is gonna be Cuphead. I don't know if y'all heard of that or played it.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of my favorite games of all time. It's very frustrating. It's very hard, but I love everything about that game.
What system?
It came out on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
Okay.
So it's basically they did it everything like the music and sound effects and the drawing, all like an old time cartoon.
They
So-
got a YouTube. They got a YouTube channel now. Like, well,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
have videos.
yeah, and they got a Netflix show, but like they hand drew everything. Like it's crazy the amount of work they put into it. Have y'all ever heard of like the Dark Souls games? They're
Yeah.
supposed to be stupid hard. So this is like the cartoon version of Dark Souls is what people call it. And it was just a lot. For some reason, it really clicked with me. Like the challenge level, like the way they drew it and everything. It's just something that I really enjoy playing. And there's not a lot of single player games that I play now. And so Cuphead is definitely up there. If y'all get a chance to check it out, go for it. I would say if you get frustrated easy, don't play because you might break a controller. Probably my
Throw
number.
that joint against the TV.
Yeah. My number 2 favorite game of all time is PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battleground. Y'all know that one?
Yeah, I know that one. I'm
All right,
familiar.
so basically you got an island, 100 people parachute in, kind of like Fortnite, and then you fight to the last person.
Yep.
It's more realistic though, like you got armor, like not armor, but like a helmet, body armor, and you pick up like realistic guns and shotguns and stuff like that.
Fortnite is kind of cartoony.
Yeah. So this was more along. I wouldn't say it was a simulation, but it was way more realistic than Fortnite. A lot slower pace. Like one game could last 45 minutes. It was crazy. It's close to my favorite game of all time. Like I love that game. I would play it now, even though nobody plays it anymore. It's just a challenge, right? And like you can either do one single person duos or quads, where you could have a full squad of 4 people. And when you play by yourself, sometimes you get into most moments where you see people like fighting each other, and you're like, damn, should I give away my position and kill one? There's just a lot of tension. Something I never felt in a video game before. It was cool. You should watch some videos. I think PUBG is probably my second favorite game of all time. And then my first favorite game of all time, I want to get a tattoo, half a sleeve, all to do with it, is Street Fighter 2.
Woo!
My absolute favorite game of all time. Love it. I play it still.
Who's your favorite? Go to.
Who is my go-to?
Mine's the electric dude.
Oh, mine's Ryu.
Fernando, who is old boy with the long arms that could go like?
Oh, Dawson. Yeah.
I can't remember none of those people's names.
Yeah. I remember.
What's the name of my electric dude? What was the name of the electric dude?
Blanca.
Yeah, that's my boy right there.
Yeah, you know that little ball thing he does. You can punch him out of it with just a jab.
Oh,
I like the flip.
If Jamal's ever doing that flip, just hit the jab when he gets close. It'll punch him right out of it.
Really?
Little tip for y'all. Yeah.
They can't try to get close to me because when they get close to me, I hit that electric joint.
So
to beat that, all you do is down roundhouse.
So quick question, quick follow-up question, because I know which one of y'all said Mortal Kombat? That was Fish, right? And Nando said Street Fighter. Obviously, we recognize that those two also became movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
with a Mortal Kombat.
It's not even close. Mortal Kombat far exceeded Street Fighter in every movie.
It did.
Mortal Kombat was nice to me.
I didn't like the second one, but the first one is enjoyable at any time. Like
I thought the new one was pretty good for Mortal Kombat too.
Yes,
that was pretty good.
I love the whole backstory, the whole Scorpion backstory. Like that was dope for me.
That rated R one was something else, boy.
But I will say that not gonna lie, as cheesy and corny as it is, I sometimes enjoy the Street Fighter movie too. Like it has nothing to do with the video game
Nah, it was awful.
whatsoever.
Why
But
do I not remember that?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. If nothing
You
else,
talking about the
around-
movie, Blake?
I'm saying I don't even remember Street Fighter doing the movie.
if it Jean-Claude Van Damme played
Can't remember.
Guile.
And Raul Julia played M. Bison.
And if nothing else, I'll watch it for Raul Julia. Like
The only good thing about it.
I love Raul Julia. Like I like, so I would watch it for him just to see him as Bison. And then when Guile hits him on that machine and he and then he rises up. Yo. So it is the cheesiest thing. Like it's as Nando said, it really is terrible. It has nothing to do with the video game whatsoever, but I do enjoy it.
I still remember there's a certain move combination you could do with Guile on the arcade game that would lock it up. The only way to fix it would be to turn it off and back on.
Oh,
Every now and then I'll try it when I see a Street Fighter 2 arcade machine. And then I'll just unplug it and plug it
Try
back in. I'm not going to leave it like that.
tough.
Yeah, so you jump in with they have to block. Whoever you're playing against has to block the whole time. You jump in with a roundhouse kick, hold back, roundhouse, so he does that little spin kick, and then Sonic Boom right after the spin kick. And it'll lock the whole game. Yeah. There's also a thing with Guile called handcuffs, where like you would be able to move and stuff, but your opponent would just be locked out. They couldn't do anything.
Interesting.
Yeah, Guile had a lot of glitches.
Both of them had cartoons too, right? I
Yeah.
remember the Mortal Kombat cartoon.
See, I don't remember the Mortal Kombat. I remember all the Street Fighter ones.
I watched that like religiously almost because it came on in a kind of time slot with a couple of other shows that I enjoyed, and that Mortal Kombat one was tough. It had Stryker on it. It had Liu Kang.
Yeah.
It had Sonya.
Oh damn!
Yeah. It was dope. It was dope. I enjoyed it. I guess it's my turn.
You're next.
You all have mentioned some of the ones that I've liked, so it's not even exciting anymore. But my top three, probably number 3 is Metal Gear Solid.
Hey.
Ooh.
I found out that game was hard, bro, for me. That
It
jump
was the
Yeah.
whole espionage aspect, having to sneak around. Like it wasn't like you could just go up like these games today, like Halo and Call of Duty. Obviously, you want to be secretive, but not as secretive as you was in Metal Gear Solid.
You had to be quiet.
And you had to be like if you made noise, that was an alert for somebody, and you would see them follow that same path, walking. What was that? You would see that exclamation mark over their head. What was that? And then they start coming after you. I remember playing, I think it was Metal Gear Solid 2, and there's a point in that game where the colonel comes on. He's like, "You've already completed the mission. Turn your system off right now. You've already completed the mission." And luckily for me, there were people that had already communicated with me that they turned theirs off at that time and didn't have a save feature, didn't save it whatsoever, and realized that they lost their entire game at that point. So when they told me, I never turned mine off. I was like, nope, they didn't already let me know. I gotta keep playing. I can't turn this game off. But I love that game. Number two, I gotta go with my man Spence. Ocarina of Time for me.
Yes.
Still to this day, I
Yes.
have my Nintendo 64 for the sole purpose of having Ocarina of Time to be able to play. I still have that game on hand and had to show it to my daughter because right now she's playing actually Breath of the Wild, and I was like, no, honey,
This is the original.
this is what led to this. Like Ocarina of Time for me was it. The story concept, the fact that you were able to travel between being a young little boy to an adult, and go back and forth between that pretty much whenever you wanted to after you got to a
Yep.
certain point. You had your horse that you were able to ride on. You could call her with your ocarina. She would come to wherever you were. You get on her back and you just start riding through the land. Ganon is just a great villain. And the stories of all the Zeldas really to me have just been very, very fascinating how they put this together.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Fish.
I was just gonna say you can go back even further to Link to the Past on Super
Oh yes,
Nintendo.
I had that on the Super Nintendo. In the
Yup.
Link it to the Past, and you will walk up to the chickens and hit them with your sword. And if you
And they would
doing it,
all fly at you.
all the chickens would come and start attacking you. I mean,
Yep.
literally, I love Ocarina of Time. I know Navi is annoying as I don't know what, but I will play that game and play that game and play that game. My favorite game, though, my all-time favorite game, and this goes to Blake mentioning it, is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the greatest to me Grand Theft Auto game in the series. The customizations that you were able to do in that game, the fact that you're able to get a tattoo, the fact that you're able to see these low riders, it was the barbershop, being able to go get a haircut, the things that you were able to do it. Sometimes I wasn't even playing the game to be violent or to do anything that was criminal. Sometimes I was just riding around in my low rider. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Just and half the time I was obeying all the rules. Like I'm stopping at stop signs, red lights. I'm doing all that just because I'm just cruising and enjoying myself in the game. Like the game was
Just vibing.
Just vibing. The game was an experience for me. The game was an experience. Oh, right now I can go pump my muscles up. Yo, by the way, I'm going to the tattoo parlor to get this dope tattoo. Hey, I gotta go get my hair cut. Let me stop by the barber shop. Like I literally, look, when I say that is my game, that is my game. I love the new one, but the thing about the new one, it's so much online right now. And just to have to be able to communicate with little kids who are literally cussing you out, or more than that, killing you, and you because I feel like I'm not good enough to play online GTA. I know I shared with y'all. I was literally one time playing online GTA. I had bought a club. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix the club up. We're gonna have parties at the club. Stuff will be coming in the club, out the club. Got my little garage, got my office in the back. I walked out the front door, and as soon as I walked out, somebody was across the street with an AK. I'm like, I'm just trying to enjoy myself. I wasn't even gonna do anything to you. Like that's literally how I play GTA. I don't want to cause no trouble, especially online. I don't want to cause no trouble. You let me do me, I'll let you do you. We can both get money in this game.
They chose violence.
There's enough money for all of us in this game. Don't play with me. But those are my top three. Honorable mentions, probably Duke Nukem, Tomb Raider, and Devil May Cry. I enjoyed that game probably a little too much. But those are mine, and I do have a host of other games I enjoy. But yeah, man, it's nothing like that GTA San Andreas, man. That's not a game. That's an experience.
Did anyone just cruise around in that and just listen to the radio too? Because I really, over time, just came to appreciate that as well in those series.
The music in San Andreas was amazing.
It was. It was. It wasn't
and
the first one.
I know you fuck with it, Nando, because it was on. They had some West Coast going on.
It was the West Coast.
I already know.
Wasn't it the first one that had bicycles in it too?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was like it was literally an experience. They hyped, they put everything that they could into San Andreas, and then what was the one that came out after that? 3K was it? It wasn't 3.
Nah, it was 4.
4, and I hated 4.
Yeah,
Are
4
there
was
any
with-
other? Oh yeah, or keep going.
I was gonna say 4 was the one with I don't know if he was Russian or he was just
He was from either Russia or maybe Yugoslavia or somewhere
something
yeah,
like that.
But I didn't even play that one enough. Like I probably
Nico
played, like
was
the
his name.
first 3 or 4 missions was
Yeah,
just like,
me too.
I don't this is nothing like I don't. But yeah, those are mine. So to your point, Fish, you could probably tell from the ones that I've picked that I am an open world fanatic. I will play linear games, but I do also love my open world. I love being able to capitalize on not being so to the script, to the point that I have to follow this. I can go off and do side stuff, or I could just be walking and just exploring. Assassin's Creed. That's another series that I enjoy, but more so Black Flag, because I just love the concept of being a pirate and being in a ship and you can
Singing
go
those
on.
shanties.
Huh?
Singing those sea shanties.
Yes. Yes. And just being on that ship and attacking other ships and then coming to port and doing whatever. Like I love it. I love it.
Are there any other honorable mentions? I forgot to list my 2, which were Doom and SimCity.
Dang.
Ooh.
Y'all two and the Duke Nukem that was mentioned in Doom. I recall playing them on the computer.
Yep.
Which Duke Nukem did you play?
I don't remember. I just know I played it in general.
Shoot, y'all staying up here, man. I'm afraid to even say mine now.
My honorable mention would be Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I don't know if y'all ever played that one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It had like 60 characters. I'm sure it's not that many, but I'm pretty sure it had like 40 different characters from Marvel and Capcom. You pick like 3 characters or 2 characters and a third person that jumps in. Like it was just crazy. So much going on. Crazy air combos and stuff like that. And then my second honorable mention would be Killer Instinct.
Oh, that's another dope one.
There's another
Man, I
one.
love Killer Instinct. What was the boxer's name? That was my go-to in Killer Instinct.
I like Punch Out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glass Joe.
Little dude. Yeah, Glass Joe and
Glass
now look. And my man with the Band-Aid on his stomach, I didn't know whether to hit him. I didn't know how to hit him. So I'm hitting him all up in the face, and he turned me up until someone said, no, you got to hit him in the stomach. I'm like, oh.
I loved I'm not gonna lie, because since Nando said Marvel, there was a Spider-Man 2 game that I enjoyed on the PlayStation 2, like a lot. To the point that I taught Jonathan how to play it. Jonathan was maybe like 3 or so. He was young, but I remember him talking to my Uncle Stafford one time, my uncle, and he's like, Uncle Stafford, I can double web. And my uncle's like, you can't double web. What you talking about? And Jonathan pushed the buttons, and sure enough, he double webbed, swinging through the city. But I enjoyed that. What system did everybody have?
What you got for your? I think Blake was trying to tell us his honorable.
Yeah,
mention.
I got 3 more. Y'all. Stars. Stuff keep coming in my mind. These are very much PG. Crazy Taxi.
Oh yeah.
Hydro Thunder. Y'all remember the joint with the
I
bug?
remember Hydro Thunder.
Yep.
And Time Crisis.
Yep. Remember
Oh yeah. Did you play all these in the arcade?
All these arcades.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hydro Thunder he was on the jet ski, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
A boat, that's right.
So I didn't know anything about Hydro Thunder, and I jumped on and started playing it in the air, like it shoots air at your face in like real life.
Yep.
Did y'all ever play that one?
Yep.
now I don't remember that ever
I
happened.
played that one.
I don't think
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah, it shoots air at you when you hit a ramp to make you feel like you're like
Yep.
going through the air. And I was like, what the hell? Like I didn't know anything about the game. I love Time Crisis.
Jamon, you remember we went to Charlottesville for some Comic-Con, and they were selling video games there, and I
Oh
got
my gosh, yeah,
Paperboy,
they had the
and we played all night.
they had the old school game systems for sale. They had the 2600, the 5200, what is the square one?
God,
What is
was
that one called? It was a square. It was another one.
Yeah.
The Atari.
No, was it GameCube? Might have been that.
GameCube is square.
GameCube
But
was
Yeah.
they had that Atari 7800 too. They had all the Ataris out, and then they had one ColecoVision, which I was about to hit that. I was about to get that ColecoVision because that would just been good to just have, just to have it.
I had the Atari, Virtual Boy, a Game Boy, a Game Gear, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5, Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Jeez.
The Atari Jaguar, y'all remember that?
That's
Oh my God, yes.
I had the Atari Jaguar, the GameCube, the Nintendo 64.
Who had Dreamcast?
Nintendo. I had the Dreamcast.
I did. And
Who had the 3DO?
Myself.
Yep, me too.
Anybody had the 3DO?
That's
Nah.
why I had the Dreamcast when they stopped selling it.
3DO and
I had a deal on it for like $90, and I went in Best Buy and bought that joint.
I had the Vectrex.
What's the
3DO and
Yo, the Vectrex is a portable thing. It looked like a little small toaster, right? But it was you popped the controller out of the front, and it was a horrible graphic. It was just like line graphics. You remember how the old school computers used to be just green and the screen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like that kind of, but you could like pick it up and carry it places. It's like really, really portable. You didn't have to hook it up to a TV, and it had its own screen.
I had the Wii. The Wii
I
U.
still got my Wii.
Yep.
I still got my Wii.
Now I think I get rid of mine, but I had the Wii U and the Switch.
Anyone have a Sega CD?
Yup.
That was a joint you put in the Genesis
Yeah.
to make it play disc.
Yeah. Oh wow, you do have the Wii.
I might get my Wii.
I always like Wii Tennis.
I like Wii Bowling.
I might get my Wii
that's
back.
my shit.
Wii Tennis is it right there, though. I like Wii Tennis. I mean, that Wii Tennis can get like real competitive.
No, it's serious. And I also like Virtual Tennis on the Dreamcast. That's the only reason I ever wanted to play.
Oh yeah,
That
Virtual
was literally
Tennis.
the only game I wanted to play was Virtual Tennis.
On the Dreamcast or
And they had it at the arcade too.
Yep. So the arcade here in Lynchburg had it, and there would be like 6 or 7 people playing, like just taking turns going back and forth against each other. It got real serious.
For real.
see, I got my Dreamcast because of Crazy Taxi. Because that's what I wanted to play.
You can buy those joints now where you can just plug them into the back of your HDMI, and it comes loaded with like 100 old school games, and it's as big as a thumb drive. You
Yeah.
just plug it into your HDMI, and it comes with 2 controllers. Got a bunch of old school games on it.
Oh, they make them.
That's really cool.
They make.
I
them,
got one right now with Tecmo Bowl on it.
They make them even bigger than that, where like they'll have like 7,000 games on them,
Yeah.
all on that SanDisk. On that
What's that called,
SanDisk.
Jamon?
Huh?
What's that called?
Shoot, hold on. Y'all keep talking.
My bad. I was just
The one I got, I bought it because literally it's made to kind of go into like a box, like an arcade actual box, and you buy the screen and you can put it together.
Oh, is it the Raspberry Pi thing?
Yeah, something like that. So
Oh yeah.
they're
Here you go, Blake. It's as big as this right here.
Oh, that's like a fire stick.
You plug that into the HDMI, and you got a controller. Get 2 of these,
Okay.
yeah.
and this right here got like 500 games on it, and you just plug it into the back of your TV.
This brother went
That's
from
lit. For real.
Huh?
nothing.
I heard you. Hey, I just want you to repeat it, huh?
He said it's got like 100 games on it. Then he's like, this joint right here got 500 games on it.
I just looked at the back too. That's why I said 500. I just looked at the back.
Yeah, the one I got's got that old school Turtles joint, the 4-player joint that used to be in
Yeah.
Oh, that's my joint. Those, yeah.
in the arcade. It's got that on it. And a couple of
Hey,
other things. It's probably got
Favorite
all-
turtle, dude.
favorite turtle. Always Leonardo.
The one with the staff.
No. You talking about for you, the one with the staff, or is
My
Leonardo?
favorite, whoever's the one with the swords. Who's the one with the
It's
swords?
Leonardo.
Yeah, that's
Leonardo.
Donatello.
I like Michelangelo. I won't really hype on him.
Well, to me,
You like
after Leonardo would be Raphael because he was the cooler.
You wrong, but
You
it's
like
all right.
Michelangelo a lot?
Who you like?
Michelangelo.
Oh, terrible.
Yes.
Ah,
He was
so
only
bad.
good. He was only good for eating pizza.
Hands down.
I know y'all repeated this. I don't remember
Chicken
them
from nunchucks.
like
Sorry,
that. Whoever had these two little swords right here. Who was that, y'all?
Raphael.
Leonardo.
Okay,
Raphael.
yeah.
Raphael.
You talking about the swords, or you talking about the
The
side?
little ones. The little ones.
Raphael.
Yeah.
Like the little, yeah.
Yeah,
Force.
yeah. They got a new comic out right now with Michelangelo. Is it Michelangelo? That's like the last Ronin. So like all his brothers have died. They killed him, and Michelangelo is on like a vengeance kind of thing. He's calling himself the last Ronin. But like I think when they first started it, you didn't know which turtle it was, and now they've recently introduced it as Michelangelo. But yeah, Nana, you're the one that's wrong. Is that I gotta say this because I saw this on Facebook. There was a video of how Splinter gave them like their names and stuff. Has anybody seen that? It's a cartoon video. Has anybody seen it? And basically it's a shot at Donatello because it's basically saying Donatello is the weakest one of the group. I don't necessarily think so, but this video says that. So he's talking. He goes to Leonardo. He gives Leonardo the swords and the blue mask. You're going to be the leader, blah, 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 because you're tough, blah, 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 blah. He gives Raphael the joints, and he's like, you are one cool dude. You know that, right? Like, and I love you for that, for being cool. He gives Michelangelo the nunchucks. You are a party dude. Yes, that's you. You are a party dude. Well, that's it for me handing out all the masks and the weapons. And so then Donatello's like, wait, what about mine? He's like, oh, who are you? He's like, I'm the other turtle. So he's like, oh, well, go over there to the sewer and pick out some stuff in the sewer. So Donatello walks over and there's a child's diaper in the sewer and that to put on his face as the mask, and then takes like a random stick that's been flushed down the toilet and says, and here's your weapon. What do you do? He's like, are you smart or something? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, you'll be the one that I guess works on machines. Get out my face. And he walks away. Leonardo, come with me. I want to talk to you right. Y'all have got to see it. When he puts that mask on and it's got the child's doo-doo in it. He's like, ew, you're putting this on my face. What a great episode, fellas. Anybody got anything else they want to say?
Nah, well, I got one more game. Shut up.
You keep coming up with games.
Sorry, y'all. Forgive me.
As the one that doesn't own any kind of game system, you keep coming up with.
You really had to do that? Really?
Yeah.
That's how you feel right now? Okay. Parappa the Rapper.
Oh,
Ooh.
It's all
Okay.
in the mind.
All right.
All
right.
The thing the teacher. Be sure to beat you. And nevertheless, get a lesson from teacher. Now kick.
Yeah.
Kick.
And you had to be right on that joint too. But look, honorable mention, Dragon's Lair.
Ooh.
I never played it. I only heard about it. Oh, I know something. Y'all might not remember this, but a long time ago they had this game that Sega came out with, and it was like not even 3D. It was like a hologram Time something. You got to look it up, man. Hold on, let me find the name. It's called Time Traveler, and it was like this crazy like machine that you had to play it on. So when I was in elementary school, they sent me to UC Berkeley in California, and there was an arcade there that we went to at lunchtime, and it had it. It was like one of the only ones in the U.S. at the time. Can you put it on the screen, Desmond?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and.
You said it was called Time Traveler.
Time
Yeah,
Traveler.
it's called Time Traveler. It was made by Sega.
I'll look this up.
I'm pulling it up now.
Oh wow! I just looked. Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, that was it. And it was
Is that
like
a system?
it wasn't like a screen. It was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was crazy.
Interesting.
But it played along the same lines as Dragon Slayer. That's what reminded me of it. And I'm sure you could probably play this multiple places now, but this is one of those things that like you're like, oh, I'll never get to do that in my life. And as a kid, I was like, oh, I read about this, and I was like, man, I would love to play that. It was just randomly there at that arcade.
Look at where the coins go
Yeah,
on the side of the joint.
and it costs like $2 to play too.
God.
That joint is serious. It is.
Yeah, it was real crazy. And like I said, it wasn't a TV screen. It was like a hologram.
Once I get my my bigger house and put my arcade downstairs, I have to get one and invite all y'all over.
$2.
$2. Right? Right? Yes. Absolutely. All right. So not sure if you noticed, but we all have little headlines except Blake below our names. Mine says The Honcho. Jamon says acknowledge me. Fisher says FTP. We're not going to talk about what that stands for, but know that it does mean something. And Nando says the truth. Hopefully we look to kind of coordinate some social media. And hopefully our social medias will be actually down there in the coming weeks so that you can just follow us and see what we're doing. We're excited as always, and we love that you've joined us. We love that you've come on, and if at any point that you want to just kind of chime in, feel free to do so. We don't want this to be just us talking. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear what you have to say. We would have loved to have heard your favorite video games, but go ahead, follow us on the Facebook page as well as YouTube. And you can certainly chime in and chat and let us know what you think. Let us know any ideas you might have for things that you want us to talk about. It doesn't necessarily have to be all this feel good stuff. At times we might get sad and talk about some real issues that we're facing as men. So please go on, hit us up, let us know what you think. It doesn't have to be an idea you have. It can be a comment or a suggestion that we can do. And we look forward to seeing you all again. Fellas, I love y'all. Anybody got any last words?
Everybody have a good week.
Yes.
Is
Good
it going
week,
to be a special edition of Super Bowl? This edition on Super Bowl?
I mean, we could. That's next week, right?
Sunday.
Yeah.
We definitely could. I'll leave that to y'all if y'all want to.
All right.
Just let me know. All right.
All right.
We will see y'all. When we see y'all, if that's next week, we'll let you know. Peace.